17th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Aggies' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Coming out aggressively. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
If you want to make a statement in a football game, that's how you do it. On your first offensive snap, you go 75 yards and score a touchdown. They have shown up. They are ready to go. Everybody, I think, in shock in the stadium right now.
He'll call for the fair catch here. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He'll keep it himself. Got room at the 35. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Just adds another dimension to this offense, and the Aggies have had quarterbacks who could run over the years.
Yeah, quarterbacks that can run, and I think about those guys, too. I think about run, I think about tempo, I think about scrambling around, making plays, just having that dude at the QB spot.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Perkins. Nice move to stay on his feet. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to the running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
And then they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
It's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Going with the ground game left. At the 35, he's loose. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. Now the pitch. Keeps the legs moving. And he dropped a quick spin move on him before being dragged down. Solid pickup on the play.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. To the air, it's Perkins. It's complete. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down to the 1.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job on the pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Trying to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
The offense goes as he does, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And he tacked on the extra point. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He unleashes a long one. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Now improvising. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
Well, it's just a really nice job there on that 3rd down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up 4th down.
Slips through the line. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man.
Nothing but green ahead. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. He's going to pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Line getting set on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and they hit and force the incomplete.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. Back to throw, it's Perkins. Skips away from pressure. He'll throw it. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Florida State is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days when Bobby Bowden walked the sidelines, this has not been a blowout today in Tallahassee. They're up by 10 over Syracuse. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you need to know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, then.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. He's looking deep. And he intercepts it. Taking it the other way. The 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Grabs it in the middle. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
They're trying to get to it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Applewhite. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Texas A&M 14, Georgia 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll run the option. Got enough space. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard 30-yard line.
Texas A&M.
This guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematic.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And in that situation, on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's stepping outside, and it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of the spot.
Trying to punch it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Looking for a man. It's Perkins. Moving away from pressure. Looking for the score. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Number 48 with the catch.
Lining up for the PAT.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So they picked up 32 yards on that drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown.
21, Georgia, 7.
On the move from inside his spot. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And how about... by that big defensive line.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Looks it over the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Perkins. Finds his big tight end. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Now on first down from the 43. Looking to move it through the air. Working the middle, it's complete. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding you don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on one second down.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
They're bringing heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense. And you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollack, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to two guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Applewhite. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And quarterback dropping that, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Ole Miss is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that looks like it did when Archie and Eli were here. They're up by 17 over BYU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity where they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go. But you do get the feeling this is the time of the game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field, put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly.
And that pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. He was thinking touchdown all the way, but he got it down to the 26-yard line.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
They'll run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Coaches preach all week about physicality, physicality. That is how you do it. That is how you put it on tape. That's how you show everybody in the locker room, everybody on the field. This is how our defense is going to be. Do not run the football because we will knock you senseless.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Getting some heat. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And this one splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team's doing a little running. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They get him out of bounds at the 46, and he sets him up with terrific field position on that return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Coming after it. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Feeling some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Quickly to the tight end. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
3rd down, money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out, get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. 4th down now upcoming.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, they've been caught in a half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue.
The expressway is wide open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
They'll throw it on first down. He's going for it all. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Finds his big tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On second down, he'll fire. On a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Georgia! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half. And listen, I know you're trailing, but build some momentum. Maybe the second half, airing the football out, cutting into this deficit. Who knows what the heck will happen.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Caught in the backfield, it's Applewhite. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll go right back to it. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half.
And that's good enough for a first down.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
With the score, Texas A&M 27.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away.
Set to kick this one.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Perkins. They're setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
That's the way you answer your halftime speech. You gave them a lot of points in that first half. What did the defense do? The first possession, you set the tone in the second half. Get the big stop, get the big sack. Really nice answer by this defense.
Secures it at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again.
And he breaks into the open. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Fires to the wideout. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage.
That's what... Cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
They are pinned deep, and this crowd is letting them have it. Takes the handoff. It's Burks. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Might as well give it to him again. Just enough there to get it to the 25 and pick up a 2.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Perkins. He's right on target. Still on his feet at the 45. Flying out to the left. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Aggies.
Texas A&M. Number 13.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
It's now second down.
And the incompletion brings up a second down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Looking to take a shot. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Fair catch called for, but a flag is on the field. Let's see what that's about. So the offense accepts the 15-yard penalty after that special teams miscue. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Wants to throw. It's Perkins. Makes the grab down the middle.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never come
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. The throw to the outside is complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
the best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Quarterback on the keeper. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football, so the quarterback says, you know what, I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Aggie! And the punishment has been extended.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last rush. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Facing a third down and short from the 26. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. Georgia going up tempo.
Good enough for a first down.
He's looking to throw it. Gets rid of it. Got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out. Get it to your playmakers in space. Get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Love the defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the 4th quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
I'll tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. To the ground with the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Now on the option. Worked it down to the 22-yard line, give him 5 on the carry.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Splits the uprights. Good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Cox.
Guys, gigantic implications in this top 15 battle today, and check out what's going down. Texas looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over that field like Bevo in the pregame. They're up 14 over Michigan. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Loss of 1 on the play. Brings up.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. He lets one fly deep. And he pulls it in at the 15. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. They're trying to get to it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Second down.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage.
Hit the afterburners, kid. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Aggie. And the beatdown has ensued.
Texas A&M.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board.
14.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He's got it again. Can't get him to the ground. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards. The Dogs moving quickly to the line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. At the 35, he's got room. Ripped off a huge shot play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And how about that on 3rd down? You give it to your playmaker in the backfield, and he's able to use his speed to go get the first.
And he's a guy that you should be focusing on with this offense. He's definitely a game breaker. He's a guy that they starred, going into this matchup that they had to stop. 3rd down, money down. You figured they might probably get him the football. They do, and they get the first down. Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field.
I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's the fabulous part. A late touchdown.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Here we go. They want that clock to run. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking for room, it's Burks. Hard running there. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Third and long from the 30-yard line, and this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. On the option. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll bring it out. It's Trevino. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where...
Open runway ahead. He's at the 40. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's why you want to get this guy the ball in space, because he is hard to bring down. This defense is finding that out the hard way.
Looking to go up top on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
Brings up second down.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On second down, he'll let it fly. Going to try to get it himself. Open space at the 25. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Dogs in the hurry-up. They'll run it from the gun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've got, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Got his man quickly. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Got it. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still get counted for 6.
A nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. I mean, it would take a miracle. Nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make points.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
First and 10.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Quarterback takes a knee, and they'll start this new season with a victory. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you. Put up a bunch of points and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.